Mods are here for Farm Sim 25 on Wednesday, April the 30th. A total 22 mods dropped. All platforms got 13 new and 2 updates. And PC Mac players got 6 new and 1 update. To see the mod you want to see first, check those timestamps. Otherwise, let's jump right in. Starting off today, new ones for all platforms. We have the New Holland T7 HD Edition from Fritz. As far as I can tell, this is the third tractor mod from New Holland that we've gotten on the Mod Hub and FS25, which is really nice, and it is the biggest one that we've gotten so far. There's a couple options that need a little bit explaining, but don't worry, you know I got you. The first one is the top, the counterweight or front loader. Right now we have it set to with counterweight, and then we go with front loader. However, you might be able to see that our customization options change when we do that. Basically, what you're saying is, with counterweight, do you want to have the option to run a front weight on here, or would you rather have a front loader? Now, you can run a 3-point with both of these, and if you go with the front weight, there are some new options. So we're actually going to skip down and show you those now. So with the counterweight option, you've got standard, we got 420, nice, 690, nice, 960, almost nice, and 1000. You've also got a grid setup at a grid 2, and then back to standard. If you go with the front loader, well, then you get to choose a quickie or Hauer front loader setup. However, both of them can run a 3-point. So we're just going to add that because you can do that. One really neat thing is if you go with counterweight, you can actually add the weight without actually having a weight there. So if we go, let's see, counterweight there, and then we add extra weight, you can see the weights being added to it slowly but surely. Boop, boop. But there is no weight there, but it weighs more. So that's kind of a neat way to cheat the system. As far as engines, we got 3 of them. You got your 275, the 290, and the 315. Pretty standard for a T7. Wheel brands, there's quite a few in here, including white lettering on the Trelleborg and Michelin, but you could take that off if you want. Midas, Väderstad, Nokian, BKT, Lizard, which is just a standard Lizard set, and then we have the Rice wheels. These are available with singles, doubles. You've got the main cage and a full cage. You even got the wild and crazy this thing in the back, and especially with having Rice, these are more and more important these days. One of the things that I always find really cool too is the spacing setup here for sugarcane, so you can run that too. It's just awesome. I don't really do sugarcane, and this is more of a South American setup, but boy does it look cool. That's awesome. It's something that you don't normally get to see. Now, we do have that white lettering on all the first set of wheels. However, whenever you go up to wide, that white lettering goes away. As far as your Michelin tires, of course, same thing through there, and everything else is pretty normal. We could select if we want a reverse beep or not, so when you back up, it goes boop, boop, boop. Of course, we showed the weights and protections. Fenders, we can either remove said fenders or add them all back. Beacon lights can be added to the top. You can add a chrome exhaust. Window options, clear is less clear than normal, so be ready for that. And then we have dark flags. We have Brazil, Rio Grande, Santa Catarina. I don't know how to say most of these. I'm so sorry. We do have a USA one, France, Germany, so a couple from Europe as well. Radio antennas for left, right, and both. Of course, we showed that 3-point, which overrides anything that you've got set to the front. And then you've got main, tractor seat, design, and rim colors. As for your animations, if we press the left bumper, we've got a door. And if we press the right bumper, we've got the hood. Oh yeah, very, very cool. As far as animations inside, we've got animations for throttle, joystick, and the power shuttle. Driving it around, I will say there's a good amount of weight distribution, but I am having a real hard time flipping this thing. So it's solid on the ground, but that weight does transfer. Next on our list today, new for all platforms, we have the JCB TM420S from Rawson Mods. What up, dude? This has got quite a few animations on there and lots of customization options. This is an articulating telehandler, but it also has that JCB Q-fit, and it's got multiple rear hitches, not to mention colors. There's a lot of stuff to this. Let's start off with our power, 173 horsepower. You got a power shift transmission, 160 liters of fuel, goes 31 miles an hour. As far as your wheel brands, we have Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Väderstad, Continental, Midas, Nokian, and back-ended. Yes, you do have twin wheels. You've even got just front twins if you want them. But I mean, twin wheels looks awesome. It looks rawr, so we're going to put it there. Beacons, we've got none. You could do a low beacon, a high beacon. Then you could do a light bar, which has the rear lights which flash, or you could do no rear lights flashing. That is pretty cool. LED strobes, you can add those in the grille, in the back. Front loader attacher, if we swing around, this is either the standard telehandler or the JCB Q-Fit. And then the rear attacher, this is cool. You have a pin hitch or a ball hitch. I know it's turned to the side right now, but if you hook up to something, it automatically flips. I'll show you that. And of course, we have main and rim colors. Out into the field, or the parking lot, maybe, as you would call it. If we press the left bumper, of course, we've got up and down telehandler movements. If we press the right bumper, we've got in and out. And if we press both, we can actually open the doors. How cool is that? And they open up pretty wide as well, so that's really nice to see. I do have that second hitch installed too, so I've chosen a trailer that's got a ball hitch on it. And if we back up, hook up, and there you go. We'll say this, the trailer goes through it. But that's not its fault. And actually, it kind of converts it over to a pin hitch almost as well on there. Regardless, it works. It's pretty cool. Everything moves. Rock and roll. Next up today, we have the Krampe Big Body 8900. This comes in a pack. We've got the 800 and the 900. That 800 is going to hold between 26,900 and 41,000 liters. And the 900 will hold between 30,003 and 46,1. Since they both have the same customization options, we'll just show you the big one today. So we have wheel brands starting with a Trelleborg. We also have Michelin, BKT, Väderstad, Midas, and a back end. And of course, a couple different ones for each of those. As for our window, we have a plastic plate on the front, or not, well, kind of metal, plastic, or nothing, kind of. That's kind of nothing. That's no, even though it's technically yes. Additional setups, you can add a ladder or a platform, or both, kind of nice. As far as your design, we have the new and old design. The drawbar set here in the front, you can change that up, and we even have a forced or hydraulic turning axle. That's pretty cool. Each one, of course, has the capacity options, and there's even one for running forage, so that's pretty sweet. And then you've got colors for the chassis, which is on the bottom, the trowel, which is on the top, the trough, and the rim colors. Next on our list is the Lizard MJT-3. This is also available as the BobruiskAgroMach MJT-3 on PC if you want a branded version. We won't go over the customization options today for that one, but I will show it briefly. This comes in a pack of two. One of them is a spreader. The other one is a tanker, and you might be able to see it holds all the stuff. That's pretty cool. As far as customization options, we've got a red or green. You can also run stainless steel or pretty colorful. And pretty colorful means that you could do it yourself. So we're going to choose pretty colorful. It will hold 3,000 liters. It is 25 horsepower required, and it's got a 6-meter spread at 9 miles an hour. Which means if you've got like one cow, this may work for you. It is not meant for large farms, but there are some fields that can't fit large equipment. In which case, this will be perfect. Wheel setups, we do have sets of those, so you can change up a few different things. Designs, of course, we could change those too. It's really just kind of some extra lighting and, well, reflectors, I guess. Fenders, we can take those away. The gate valve, we have a couple different sets for that, although it's not going to do anything. And then the decal language, you can change from English to Russian. I like that we have the option for that. Also, we can change up some of those decals and logos, so that's kind of neat too. I like that. As far as your PTO, you've got the PTO, or you have hydraulically driven, and then, as we have the colorful version, we have designs for main, design, pump color, intake hose color, and rim color. I always wonder what the design color is. Well, there you go. It's going to be your frame. You're going to see exactly the same stuff over here as well if you go with the tanker version. However, you're not going to have any of your spray out the back. Next up, we got a Manure pack. The K-brand GMD 100 pack from Agro Design Austria. This comes in a 3.1, 2.8, and 2.4 meter working width. All of them have exactly the same customization as well. You've got a Generation 1, then we have a Gen 2, which moves the logo, and there's your 1, and here's 2, 3. Crap, you know what I mean. 1, 2, or 3. feel like I'm at the optometrist right now. Which one looks better? Next up, we have the Unia U412-0 and Apollo rollers. So with these setups, we've got a small 2.1 meter cultivator. We do have support wheels on the front or the back. This is a cultivator, of course, goes on the back of your tractor. We have color options for the frame as well as the tines. Now, you may also see it's got a bit of a hitch on the very back of it too. And that's where this guy comes into play. You can either run this as a, it rolls both ways. Rollers will roll forwards and backwards. So if you add this like with tractor, you can run this on the front or back of your tractor. However, you can also hook it up and all the attachments will line up perfectly with the cultivator. You can also change up the stuff at the same time. So here is an idea of what it would look like if you're running everything together on the back. And here's an idea of what it would look like on the front of the tractor. Next on our list, the Väderstad Carrier 820. This is a disc harrow for you guys. 220 horsepower is required, 8.2 meter work with at 10 miles per hour. Wheel setups, we have a couple here. So you've got a wide tire or standard set. Disc, you have the standard or the true cut. And then attachment type, so we've got those here around towards the front. Pin hitch or a ball hitch. Other than that, not a big deal. It's just the Väderstad. Here's another disc harrow. Although there are no customization options, which sees what you get, this is the AgroMasz BTC 50H. This will cost $35,000. 180 horsepower is required. It's got a 5 meter working width at 11 miles an hour. Next, we have the Valentini MaxiSqualo 5200. This is a power harrow from the SMI modding team. 230 horsepower required at 5.2 meter working width. However, it does have a 4 mile per hour max working speed, so you're not going anywhere fast. We have a cage roller and we've got a rice roller. So, at least for doing role play and things like that, this may be a good option. Now let's talk about placeables. We have the pig food production from Maca. This is a pig feed production that will, in theory, make some of your crop disappear. You actually lose a really good amount of your crop whenever you're trying to do things. So input's going to be right here on the back, and then we go up here. Ooh, no railing. That's going to be a safety hazard. This is where we click on stuff, and then when you're ready to get your pig feed, we come over here and we get it out from up top. So now let's pop in and take a look at it. So we have inputs for potatoes, soybeans, and sugar beet. It is a single production input. However, the modder decided that, 30% of it would be gone? We have 500 liters in, getting 350 liters out. Yes, it is a production, but there are so many other pig feed productions. We have a lot of them at this point that will not steal 30% of your crop away from you. So, just figured I'd let you know. You put 500 in, and you only get 350 out. Is that 30%? Somewhere around 30%. Anyway, just figured I'd let you know. Not a great deal, if I'm honest. Next, we have a bit of a game changer on our hands. This is the container storage and warehouse. What this does, you see a lot of logos there. So this will hold liquids, solid materials like wheat, barley, oats, stuff like that. And it's also storage for all of the pallets, bales, and big bags. Oh yes, it does it all. So we're going to have inputs around towards the front and then around towards the back. It looks like that's going to be where everything is going to spawn. Kind of hides everything behind the container, if you want to think about it like that. There are two of these. One of them is a regular. The other one is a bit of an unrealistic option. So this will hold 1 million liters of capacity and will store 72 items. This one will hold 10 million liters. 10 million liters, and will hold 400 things. So 400, bells and stuff like that, really not a lot, but considering the fact that the storage limit is, the limit for consoles is what, 200, 250, somewhere around there? This will hold 400. So you can make a bunch, throw them in here, and go make some more. As long as they're in storage, they don't count. So it's perfect. I don't really know of anything else to say other than these store everything. And then you can get everything out when you're ready. And that's awesome. One thing I will say, the large one here, it says 11 million liters there. If I delete this version right here, I'm pretty sure it's like acting as a silo extension almost. Pull up. Nope, it still says 11 million liters. Huh. I think they messed up because in here it says 10. Not that it's a big deal. Just figured I'd mention it. Next one's pretty simple. This is going to be your garden decoration. It is a pack of flower beds to decorate your garden and enhance the value of your property and make days on your farm more pleasant. Pretty little flowers they are. Looking good, looking good. Definitely kind of hanging out the side there just a little bit. And then we've got a nice little place here where people probably get married in front of, I assume anyway. I've DJ'd a lot of weddings, and they all look like that. These can be found in decorations and the third section in others, and they're going to cost you $70 each. As I'm going through and editing, there were only 3 that I saw. However, looking through the screenshots, there are quite a few more that I missed. I did not see these in my game, but could be because they are customization options that I just missed. Our last new mod for all platforms today is going to be the concrete plate. This is used to kind of make yourselves a road or maybe make a pathway or something like that. It does have some height to it, so you will raise up just a little bit whenever you walk over it. This could be found right where the flower gardens were, and they say it's best to use this in free build, which I am going to do. And if you turn on the snapping tool, they will snap together. Boop. Perfect. So you're able to do that. You can run them halfway, run them long ways, whatever you want. They line up absolutely perfectly. Looks good. Oh, and they're super easy to delete as well. That's nice. All right, now let's talk about updates for all platforms. First one's going to be the Robert FB160 FB200 version 1.1. They've added the FB200, and we have the Manure Cell Point version 1.1. They fixed the cell trigger, updated the price so that it's cheaper for new players, and great demand has also been added. Jumping over to our new ones for PC and Mac players, we have the BobruiskAgroMach MJT-3. Yeah! These are exactly like the Lizard version. You've got one which is a slurry tanker, and another one that is a liquid tanker. You're also going to find all of the other setups in here too, minus some branded wheel options, which very cool to see that. If you're on PC and you would like a branded cultivator, we have the Regent Terrakan R4 500. This is a 5-meter cultivator, 130 horsepower is required, no go, and 9 miles per hour. Looks very good too. Here's a fun one. This is the garage menu. In here you can, well, I mean, I've only got a couple things here so far, but you could see everything that you've got purchased and leased. Now, they're not in separate places. They're going to be all together, but that's still very cool. You see owned items there, and there'll be leased items as well. Boom. Yeah, this is like the new Holland T7 that I showed off at the beginning. We could sell it. It's really easy to enter the vehicle. It's kind of hard to sell the vehicle, actually. You can even view it on the map, which will take you to your menu if you needed to do that. This is great. This is awesome. This should have been in the base game for everybody. Not a script mod only for PC and Mac players, but Modder can't help that. They're just trying to bring back a feature that was missing from Farm Sim 25. I will also say this. It is important to remember that the shop function, the like used vehicle and everything, that was not in previous Farming Simulator games. Being able to look at what we've got in the store like this and actually control the things and sell the things directly, that was only available in Farming Simulator 22. So there is that. But I still miss it. It was a great feature. Moving on. Our next new one for PC and Mac players is called Task List, and it's basically what it sounds like. If you use external software, maybe you're like me and you use Notepad or Google Docs, well, this may be a good thing so you can add tasks in the game. On the main menu, just above settings, you'll find a new menu with a clipboard icon, and this is where you find a way to create groups to contain related tasks such as fill 10 or general farm tasks, create one-off tasks or tasks that recur daily, monthly, or even every blank months or even every blank day. So that's pretty cool. Give tasks a priority so that you know what to do first. You can buy a new field and want to copy tasks from an existing field. You could do that in seconds. Also, got lots of fields and want to manage them as one? Well, you create a template and use that repeatedly over and over. View current due tasks in the main menu and mark them as complete when you're done with them. And you can plan ahead by looking at the cumulative effort throughout the year. Also, look ahead to the coming 12 months to see what tasks are coming up. View current due tasks without checking the menu by pressing Shift and the letter T, as in Tim the Toolman Taylor loves KFC. Oh yeah. We also have a couple other goodies like the custom mission vehicles for vegetable harvest missions. It replaces DeWolf something or another Skivsky with the DeWolf Quattro and adds the Ropa Tiger 6 Premium by eFarmer if corresponding mods are enabled. Also, optionally, they may add custom vehicle sets for missions from XML files, but you will have to read the README text for details. And your last new one for PC and Mac players today is AutoWash from Happy Loser. It auto-washes all owned vehicles and tools at midnight and noon. Also, all mission vehicles will be washed as well. So you will have vehicles that are washed twice a day. And lastly, we have an update for the PC map called
Zacieczki.
And that is also translating to
water stains,
which cracks me up. This is version 1.2, minor fixes and main road repair. And that's all I got for you for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and thank you for watching the video. If you missed Farm Sim News from earlier today, definitely check that out. It's a little shorter, but sweet and to the point. Otherwise, have an awesome day. We'll catch you in the next one.